Father, God the Son, God the Spirit, all in one, smoke coming. I don't get it. But hey, it is reality. Now, the part of the triune Godhead that was in charge of the creation, well, Paul tells us here that it was Jesus. It says, in him, all things were made for him and by him. He's the one that created it all. He's the one that flung the stars into existence. He's the one that spoke it all into being. And when he said let there be light, there was light. When he said, let there be firmament, there it was. Now, that isn't what is being taught in the educational system of our times. You know, which, in my opinion, it takes more faith to believe that the origins of the universe came by way of some random Big Bang than it does in believing in the beginning God. There are people that believe in the beginning there was nothing, and the nothing blew up, and out of that explosion, out of that chaos, has come forth the complexity that we see all around us. Now, when I consider that, and I consider the physical reality that we have to examine as it relates to looking at the universe, it is completely crazy to think that we came from a series of random events. Because if we look at the universe, the whole thing speaks of design. Everywhere you look, it speaks of something intelligent that was behind it. I mean, here we are in downtown. I love the Miami skyline. I mean, it is beautiful. I mean, I love it. It just, the colors of it, and I just love driving by it. It like knows my name. I mean, I just love looking at the Miami skyline. Now, as I look at the Miami skyline, it screams words to me. It screams words like architect, engineer, designer, smart people, okay? I mean, there were some smart people, man, that put those buildings together, okay? It's logical for us to think that way, that there was intelligence behind it. How insane would it be for me to tell you that that skyline, well, it used to be a steel yard billions and billions of years ago. And there, a random explosion took place, and there, when the smoke settled and it was clear, there was the Miami skyline. It was just beautiful. Look at the colors. Oh, look at that building. It changes colors and everything else. I mean, like, oh, yeah, you think I'd be crazy. You think I'd be crazy to tell you that that place was a steel yard. It blew up, and out came the skyline. Or let's just say the Sistine Chapel. You know, have you ever toured the Sistine Chapel? You see that painting there, it's amazing. You see the picture of God touching the finger there and all the rest. And you're there, wow, man, how did Michelangelo do that? He was on his back. And I said, no. That's just what they tell you here on the tour, man. The reality is that somebody came through here with a little paint wagon full of paint and all that stuff. Someone dropped a stick of dynamite. It exploded and splat. There it is. That's what came out. You would think, Pedro, you're preaching too much on Sunday and you need to go away for a while because you're going crazy. And I'd agree, you know, that it would be crazy. Now, forget the complexity of buildings or of a painting, and let's look at the complexity of the universe for a moment. Let's look at the complexity of the human body, or of the human brain, or the process of human reproduction, or something as tiny as and as complex as the cell. I mean, the amazing design that has gone into it. For example, let's look at the design of the universe. The sun is about 12,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 93 miles away. Why just 93 miles, why just 93 million miles away? Well, because any less we burn up, any more we freeze. How about the atmosphere? It's a perfect mix of nitrogen and oxygen with perfect percentage of varying gases. A little more, a little less each way would not work. What? It is perfect. Is it random? I don't think so. You look at the cells, you look at the genetic code, you look at the DNA, the human body, and the complexity of it. It speaks of a designer. I mean, you look at a camera lens and you're like, whoa, yeah, somebody invented a camera lens. How about the human eye? I mean, they say this thing captures stuff upside down and kind of turns it, feeds it to your brain, and it's like, whoa, you see, whoa, and all the rest of it's like, no, dude, you just used to be an amoeba, and you just, it's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then, of course, we have reproduction and the design that goes into it. I mean, let's take it, for example, a computer. Now, think for a moment the design that goes into a computer, the ingenuity, the brain power, you know, the minds gather around to invent it, especially an Apple computer. I mean, okay, you know, anybody can make a Dell in the garage, you know, but listen, you can go to Dell, hell, anyways, it's like a cuss word, but anyways, guys have seen the new IMAX, right? It's a screen, just released it. Right, you look at this and it's like brilliant, right? And then you go to the side of it and it's just like paper thin. And you're like, where do they stick the stuff, man? It's like, how does it even work? You know, you think that it's connected to another computer down here, and that's what's making it happen. That's just the screen. But then you think of that and you go, man, that is incredible ingenuity. But as brilliant as that might seem, it is all left in the dust when you think of the reproductive order and how we can reproduce. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if you could leave 2 desktop computers at night together and then come back in the morning and find a little baby laptop? I mean, it'd be awesome! But it just doesn't happen. I mean, you can try to coach it. Hey, I'm going to connect you guys, and everything else. And it's like, it ain't going to happen yet. It happens in the created order. I mean, the thing is a mind blower. And here's the deal. It wasn't put together by accident any more than a computer was put together as a result of an explosion in someone's garage. There was a designer behind it. And this is a concept, people, that we apply to every area of life. From the watches that we wear, to the cars that we drive, to the buildings that we inhabit. It all speaks of a designer. But when it comes to creation and the complexity of creation, to the evolution is up, no, we believe it just happened. Listen, it didn't just happen. There was a creator behind it that made it happen, and his name was Jesus. That's the reality.